We'll do a little bit of a lightning round here. We have about 5 minutes left, so I'll ask a bunch of questions that you may not want to get into great detail on anyway. Yeah. Some of these are pretty straightforward, but so we talked quite a bit about labor markets, but we have not specifically asked the question about the effect of immigration policies on labor supply. How restrictive do you think that current policy is, and is that something that will just
current immigration policy?
Yeah.
Yes. Let me start by saying that we don't have a view on immigration. It's not our job to have a view. So we take that as completely, it is what it is. We take it as it arrives. More, I'd say, stronger policy than most people had expected. We've seen very sharp decline in growth of the labor force and in people entering the country, and yeah, I think you're only beginning to see the strength of that policy too. There's more expulsions; those are rising, and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's a big economic factor. So that will mean fewer people to work. You have anecdotal evidence of industries that are just having a hard time finding people. You don't see it in wages or anything like that at this point. You don't see, at least in the aggregate, you don't. But yeah, it's going to be a really important economic fact because that's new people who come into the workforce. They create their supply, but they also create demand. They create their own demand, and again, from our standpoint, we're just, our job is to achieve maximum employment or maximum sustainable employment. And that will depend both on the supply of workers and the demand for workers.
Back to the balance sheet.